would like to welcome you in today's Malawi Crime Podcast. Today we have our guest. Would you please introduce yourself?
All right. My name is Mcfaren Nsetake On, Public Relations Officer for Gender Police Station.
Today we are looking at the forgery offences. And before we proceed, would you please explain what are the forgery offences?
Forgery offences, and according to Section 351 of the Penal Code, it is creating or altering documents, signatures, or items to deceive or defraud a person.
Thank you very much. So what are the essential elements of forgery offences?
Essential elements in forgery offences is the document must be fake, or the person must pretend to be someone else, and the intent must be to defraud or get financial gain.
Okay. What are the common types of forgery cases you have, as police, you have encountered with?
Counterfeit currency, someone pretending to be someone and signing a document either at the bank to withdraw someone's money, creating fake identification, and altering documents like checks or contracts.
Okay. Before we proceed, is it possible that you can just outline the types of forgery offences that we have in Malawi?
I should say that those are the things that I've said. Like we have counterfeiting, fake identification, altering documents, and theft of identification.
Okay. So, what does the law handle the electronic or digital forgery?
As of now, like I said, in Malawi, that means for digital forgery, most of the time these things they fall under cybercrime unit. So commonly, as a country, that means they're left out, but to be handled by the cybercrime unit through technocrats who are able to understand how these people can forge somebody's identity or a document online.
How does forgery affect individual, business, and society at large?
I should say that it is very dangerous because people can pretend to be you and obtain even loans at the bank using your identification. So somebody, if someone gets a loan under your identification and uses your motor vehicle or your any property as collateral, it is very dangerous because if that guy doesn't pay the money, obviously the banks will be coming for your house. So as a business, you would lose property, and also your reputation will be ruined because somebody pretended to be you or forged documents. In terms of contracts, some people could purchase goods on behalf of someone without him knowing, or even signing contracts into, like maybe you would say, I'll be shipping these things on behalf of this company, yet it is not them who have sent you. So in the end of the day, there will be financial losses and lawsuits.
Okay. How does the law distinguish between forgery and altering of the documents?
I should say when you say forgery and altering of the documents, it's the same thing, but because if it's forgery, it's altering the documents, because that means the thing is not real, it's fake. You are using fake documents to get the benefits or things that you would need to get. Let's say at the bank, you would get loan through forgery by altering documents. So a document would be not legit. So forgery is an umbrella term of the crimes that happen under it, like counterfeiting, creating fake identification, altering documents, signing on behalf of someone. Those are the terms or the kind of forgery that happens in Malawi.
Well, thank you very much. Can you describe your experience with digital forgery?
I should say that commonly, I have come across a number of digital forgery, but we haven't been successful to trace these things, because most of the time these people, they do forge things, but while they're not in Malawi, like we earlier said, it becomes very challenging if the perpetrators are not within the country. If you don't have the technology to trace people online, you would only rely on whistleblowers, people who can direct you to say that account is created by this guy. So if he is not in Malawi, you cannot arrest him. And most of these crimes, they are committed with people who are in diaspora. And in Malawi, they just have got people who can transact on their behalf, and then the money is sent back to them. So it is very difficult to trace this kind of people online.
So
they are common.
Okay, thank you. What are the challenges arise when investigating such offences? Of course, you have already explained it. Can you explain it deeper, the challenge that you normally face when investigating such offences?
Like I said, in Malawi, we don't have the technology to handle things like forgery, especially those that are online generated. In this case, we don't have the people who are trained to tackle such kind of issues, and also the finances, because cybercrime involves a lot. Someone can commit a crime when it's cheaper, and you are headquartered in Lilongwe. So for you to trace that person, it means you have to travel all the way. So it would need more funds subjected to the cybercrime unit. Not only the funds, but enough manpower, because it's not only one case that happens per day. It will be 15 cases. So you have to distribute your manpower and tackle all those things at once. Or if you are late, most of the cyber crimes, once they happen, they need to be tackled instant. Once you are late, people, they delete their account and change. So we don't have the kind of manpower to tackle such kind of issues, and also the financials.
Okay, what are the nature of forgery offences?
What?
What are the nature of forgery offences?
I think I already said that the most common forgery cases are such as altering documents, creating fake identification, or counterfeit currency. And this is now common in Malawi. Most people are using fake money.
Okay. Who are the victims of the forgery offences, and why?
The victims mostly is an individual whose document has been altered or his identity has been used. Because when it comes to lawsuits, let's say somebody is using my fake account to get loans from the banks, it means in the end I'll be the one who will be paying the lawsuits, unless I can prove that my account was hacked. But if I can't prove it, that means it will be me answering. And two, the institutions, the banks, those that have given out loans to people, they tend to lose, because in the end, the people that they given loans to are not real. So it means they have suffered financial blow in this case. And again, the government is the one to lose most, because in all this, at the end of the day, there will be a lawsuit channeled to government and regulatory bodies like Malawi Police and others, if they are involved in terms of, since they are the ones who regulate these things. And in other countries, institutions are sued for negligence or failing to tame such kinds of issues.
Okay. As police, how do you handle such type of offences? Because you have seen so many documents be forged and even been posted on different forums. So there wasn't any measure that has been taken. So how do you investigate such offences?
Investigations of such cases, as I already said, is very complex, because it would need you to be conversant with such kind of a technology used in terms of forging the documents. But the least we can do is inform people on how they can take care of themselves in terms of fake culprits who are using internet and other means to forge the documents. Like I already said, we've been sending messages in terms of informing the public that before they get anything that is online or looks too good to be true, should confirm first with those institutions, or at least ask the police so that the police can tell them that no, this is fake, don't go ahead. But as of now, we are doing so much under community policing in terms of civic education. That way, if people are informed that they understand that there are fake people using internet or other means to forge documents, they will be able to handle such things, because they will know that if I am to go into business doing this, I have to confirm. There have been cases of cryptocurrency where people have been duped money. It's because that they had no knowledge that those kind of things can happen online.
Wow, thank you very much. How do you authenticate documents identify the forgeries?
Hello?
How do you authenticate documents identify the forgeries as police?
How do we?
Authentic the documents and identify the forgery. That indeed this is a forged document.
Okay. I should say that when the documents have been presented to us, most of the times to authenticate the document is simple, because you will need to confirm with the authorities. Let's say it is a bank loan or a document purporting to be from the bank. You have to confirm with them that we have got these kind of documents. Are these documents yours? Or those MRA transactions. There are people who use fake documents in terms of clearing goods on the borders. We usually go into the systems and check if the documents are real or not. So it's very easy, because there has to be collaboration between MDAs. If the document is forged, let's say it is from the police, one has to confirm with the police. So if it is within us, it's easier. But if it is for other government institutions, then we have to liaise with them so that they authenticate those documents. So it's very easy, because we are already within the boundary where we can easily communicate.
Okay, so what are the intention of committing such offences to the perpetrators? What are the intent for committing the offences?
The intent in terms of forgery most of the time is to deceive, defraud, or to gain and to have financial gains.
Okay, you have mentioned the issue of deceiving, defraud, and the like. Is it possible that you can explain it more on this issue that I've tackled?
Okay, fine. When I'm saying to deceive, it means you are presenting yourself not as a real you, but someone pretending to be someone else. So you are trying to convince someone that you are someone else. But in this case, you are just pretending, but with an intent that that person should be deceived. When it comes to defrauding, it means you want to get something out of it. Let's say you are pretending to be a bank offering loans, and when people apply, they pay you money. In the end of the day, they're defrauded with their money, and you've gained you've taken financial gains at the end.
Okay. Is there any preventive measures to be taken to reduce such a type of offense?
Yeah, I can say for the institutions, when people are applying for loans, they must follow up all the measures that they can take, like confirming with the authorities. Let's say someone is applying for a loan from a bank and pretends to be working with the National Police Service or any other institutions, and the banks, before they give those kind of loans, or the documents that have been presented must be sent to those institutions so that they should be authenticated. If they do that, they will not be the victims of forgeries, and the people as well. Before they engage into any business with any entity, they should confirm with the authorities, regulatory bodies, to authenticate their existence. That way, they will be able to run away from being the victims of forgery.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's say if one has been apprehended for such offences of the forgery and has been taken to court, what are the main punishment?
I should say forgery comes with both fines and imprisonment. But the minimum is the minimum is 3 years imprisonment with hard labor. But it could go beyond this, depending on the nature of the forgery and how much you gain from the forgery.
Thank you very much. Is an advice that you can give to the business personnel, the one who are learning the business, that maybe they can prevent such type of crime to be committed in their business sections?
Yes, I can say that business institutions, they must be very careful when they're trading with individuals, especially by trying to find out their true identity. We've seen people using other people's identity just to get something. But before they do or they offer any business opportunity to them, they must understand that it is their duty to confirm with the authorities first before they dish out or loans or anything that is again in form of financial. Also, the individuals should be able to go through the authorities in terms of authenticating the existence of institutions that are offering anything such as loans or any business.
Any message to the perpetrators who normally commit such offences? No, this for someone to have an intention of committing such offences, it means he or she has an idea. It is an issue that he or she has made a plan to commit such offences. So, is there any advice that maybe you can give to such perpetrators of such offences?
I should say not necessarily as an advice, but as a warning that right now police is striving its best to have a crime-free country. So we are doing anything possible to make sure that issues of forgery are minimized or at least put at bay in Malawi. So no matter how tricky they can be, but they'll be apprehended one day or the other, because as an institution, we are also trying to create new ways or finding new ways of how we can handle forgery, especially those that are cyber related. So they will be arrested, and just to assure them that the Malawi Police Service is geared in terms of serving its citizens from such kind of issues.
Okay, before we finish, what are the challenges arise when investigating such type of offences across the border of the forgery?
Like I said, that issues to do with cross-border crime management is very difficult because it involves two countries. Involving two countries shall mean that both of the countries have to agree that we will be sharing information and the exchange of prisoners or suspects. So, for you to get information from the other country, you have to follow all the protocols. That means it has to go through the courts, and then the courts must agree or accept that this is authentic. You can go ahead, and then to that country again, they have to accept that you should be assisted. But there are very high chances that the other country would not be willing to help you. So if they are not willing to help you, that means you are stuck there. You can't continue because, as the law says, you cannot arrest someone in the other country unless that country allows you to do so.
Okay, thank you very much. How can the individuals protect themselves from such type of offences of forgery to be done? Maybe how can they? Okay, I don't know how can I phrase that question. But how can the individuals protect themselves from such type of forgery?
Like I already said, before they get into business with any entity or any person, they must confirm or authenticate the existence through the authorities. I would give an example. If you are doubting someone's existence, you can always go to the police, and the police will authenticate his existence. Because for someone to trade in Malawi, you must have documents like certificate of registration, business permits, tax clearance, all those documents. If someone doesn't have those things, it's obvious that that person is not real, or else he is running an illegal business. So if someone is running an illegal business, it's obvious that his intentions are just to dupe Malawians or anyone in business with them. So all the time, individuals are advised to always seek advice from the authorities, and in this case, the Malawi Police Service, in terms of authenticating the existence of institutions or other people who are demanding or offering businesses which are too good to be true.
As police, how do you gather and analyze the evidence in the forgery offences?
Like I always said, forgery and other things, for police to act on them, it means they need to have a complainant, someone who has been duped or someone who has been defrauded. Thereafter, that's when police starts its investigations. I should say forgery that happens within Malawi is easy to tackle because you have got the victims who were duped, so they can lead you to other people who were involved in the issues. So it's easier, unlike the online one, where you need to use sophisticated software and the like. But as police, forgery is a bit easier because we have got the people in the chain who were involved, so it's easy.
Okay, so far, how many have been apprehended in Nzimba for committing such offense of cybercrime? I mean, for forgery.
I don't have the statistics specific, but I can say that in 2023 we had 3 cases of forgery, but all those were centering on count currency using fake money.
Well, thank you very much for your time, dear listeners and the viewers. Today we have Sub-Inspector Mcfaren Nsetake from Nzimba Police Station. Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Division number 2 has been trusted. He's also the officer in charge for now here at his Division number 4 is under the leadership of Inspector Chisale. Division number 5 is under the leadership of Inspector Charles.